A conflict plunged the market to the downside like crazy. We saw how major cryptocurrencies, I mean, everything, not even like the major cryptocurrency, everything went down on during the weekends. Bitcoin took a huge dip, during the weekend. And right now, many people are speculating like what might be the next move for Bitcoin, the next move for crypto. If we go down to the 1 minute time frame, we're gonna see that Bitcoin took this huge dip to the downside from $104,000. Yeah, and we are still down. We are around $101,000. I think we went right down to about 100 and let's see, 100. This is Ethereum. Let me just go straight away to Bitcoin. Bitcoin went right down to about, I think that was $98,000. If I am correct. Yeah, Bitcoin went right down to down to $98,000, and now we are sitting around $101,000. Now the question is, um where is the target? Like, where are we heading to right now? Where is Bitcoin heading towards? Are we gonna see Bitcoin go straight away to about 95 or 90,000 dollars? Is it what we should be looking at for Bitcoin? Well, in today's show, we are gonna find out more. We're gonna take some look at some possible trades for today. Yeah, even though the market is down, we are traders. We're gonna be able to take advantage of the volatility in the market. So you are welcome, guys. If you're new here, you're welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, you are welcome. We're just gonna go through the market and see what we got here. For those of you who actually want to be part of my community, make sure you join my community. It's a free community. The links are found below this video. Oh boy. Let's see where we are. Where are we right now, currently in this circle? Um, I'm just gonna first of all go to the crypto bubbles. Let's see where we are with the bubbles. Let's see. Okay. So far for the day, against BTC for the top from the top. Let's go to the top 100 coins first and see where we are. Okay, it seems as if there are some coins. I mean, these are the usual coins who always recover first. You can see whenever there's a huge dip, coins like SPX, Hype, they tend to recover pretty fast. Fat coin as well. So for the past 24 hours, like ever since the Asian market opened, these are the coins that have been doing well. Like yeah, this is good, all right. And you can go up to even the top 500 to see the coins that have strength right now. You can see all of them from crypto bubbles. And if we look at this analysis here, this is the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index. We are now at neutral, which is 47. Okay, so investors are still looking forward to, okay, what is going to be the next move here for Bitcoin. The entire market sentiment. You can see we are at neutral. Yesterday was fear. Last week it was more of greed. Last month it was. So this is just the metrics on how in the sentiment of investors, how they are feeling. Right now we are neutral, meaning we can either go right down to extreme fear or we can go back to extreme greed or greed section. Whatever the case is, I think we're gonna find out sooner or later. Now, I want us to look at Bitcoin, this move here, which is an awesome move. Where we are like currently, let's just begin first with the daily and the weekly time frame. Let's see the weekly setup. Guys, it's always good to look at the market from the week. They like look at what the week is showing us before we can start thinking of what the daily time frame is showing us, the week and the 4 hours, and also the other time frames. But now it's good that we bounce from the 10-day moving the 10-day moving from the 15-day moving average, from the 13-day moving average. This red moving average is a 13-day moving average. So we have bounced from there on the weekly time frame. Now this new weekly candle is forming, and the weekly candle is forming within this zone, which is good, right? Even though we saw this week out here, this week, but now this swing, but now we are seeing this zone also, that price stays within the zone, which is also is good. I want to see that happen. So price is above $101,000. Let's see, that price point is about $100,000. So we want to see price stay above $100,000. But if say this weekly candle is not able to close at least above $102,000, then it's gonna be bad for cryptocurrency. I mean the entire crypto market. Of course, I'm talking about our altcoins, because guys, we see, they have recovered this half of this candle. This candle, they have recovered half of it. Now, are we gonna see this recovery, be the end point? I mean, like the pivot point to see the next move to the upside, or this pullback is going to be maybe a signal that we are going more like downward. But for now, I will say that Bitcoin is respecting this range, that price rejected from, and we are back in this like market structure is back intact on the weekly time frame. So now I want to see price flip and stay above the 5-day moving average before I'm going to start be bullish again for Bitcoin on the weekly time frame. Now, going to the daily time frame for Bitcoin, it's pretty obvious looking at the chart that Bitcoin is below all the moving averages on this time frame. Okay. Now, I'm just going to take off some of this. So we get, let me just see. I can take off this liquidity zone, order book. Yeah. So, okay, so let's have this instead. So looking at this right now on the daily time frame, I would say that we still have more downside for Bitcoin. Why? We have come closer to the Betong moving average. And whenever price comes closer to the Betong moving average, price always, like, let me use the word always, most of the time, price will come and hit this middle moving average, this red line in the middle, after hitting this blue line. And we have almost hit, like we almost kissed this blue line, and we didn't actually do that on the daily time frame. So I think maybe today we might see Bitcoin go right up to $103,000, or maybe stay at around $102,000. Then you're gonna reject from there. After that, we're gonna see price move right down to about $94,000 or $93,000. Yeah, this is what I think is gonna be the problem, because if price have to break and stay below the Betong moving average, then guys, I will just say to you, sell most of your altcoins. Like even now, like what I mentioned during the weekend, that we have gotten 1-2 hits. Yeah, and I was saying that based on the weekly time frame. By the way, you can see I told you guys that we already have 1-2. Like you can see this hit here. The third one is gonna be devastating, and the third one actually took us to where we are currently, right? So price reject, what do you think is going to happen after price have rejected this zone? Of course, we're going to see a downward trend, and I think this is what is happening now. We're going to see price to an extent. I'm trying to bring in a more I'm bringing this chart so we can get more perspective as to what so based on the way I go about trading, guys, I always want to be fair with the way I trade, and also with you guys who love your altcoins so much. Okay. Let me bring in Bitcoin again. Let's see. Okay, Bitcoin. Now, this is Bitcoin. This is almost similar chart. The reason why I bought this chart is because we have this chart mark zone, like the POC is around here. We have the monthly open, which is here, this white line here. And now we are in this range. You can see the 5-day moving average have crossed the 50-day moving average. Now we should be expecting that this 13-day moving average should cross the 50-day moving average on the daily time frame, but it's not like gonna be. It's not the most that is gonna cross, right? But if we see that this cross without price staying above the 13-day and the 5-day moving average, then guys, this is not gonna be good for us. Trust me, it won't be good for us, right? So looking at where we are currently, I will say that any trade now should be short, like should be scalp. Don't trade, like don't hold any trade long term unless you see price stays above the 50-day moving average. That's when you can start looking for long trade and hold it longer. For now, you are if you are buying anything, it's gonna be scalp. And like the trades now is mostly short trades, okay, or at least looking at the structure on the daily time frame and the weekly time frame. Okay, now talking about short trades, right? Let's drop down to the 4 hours time frame. Let's see where we are currently. On this time frame, we can see that price is currently above, let me just say in between the 5-day and the 13-day EMA. So price is in an it's not like it's in a decision zone, right? So we don't know yet whether price will not come back down here or go to hit at least the 50-day moving average on this time frame. But I'll bet and say that at least price should, even though price might come down and like we claim most of this liquidity down here, right down to the Monday open, which is this zone here around 100k, we are gonna see price at least at one point today hit the 50-day moving average on the 4 hours time frame. Why? You can see we saw how this red vector kind of break the 50-day moving average, and ever since then we have been down below all of these moving averages, like the 5-day and the 13-day EMA. And now I think price have to go to kiss back or to hit the 50-day EMA before price is gonna make decision to either continue to move downward or to reverse from there and go upward towards at least towards this last week Monday open, which is going to be around $104,000. Okay, so if you are watching me, you can be marking those zones, those areas, to for your own keeping. When price get there, that's the area where you want to catch all your profit. Stay away from most of the altcoins, and you wait to see what price is going to do with Bitcoin. And after that, you can then decide what to do with your altcoins. Now, talking about the altcoin market, before we go there, let's just look at some trade setup for today, because we are now around the midway of today's open. So Asian Open, we are around the midway of Asian Open. So let's just go now to let me see. I want to bring in the high system here, or this one. Let me just bring this chart here. So yeah, so let's now drop to I've dropped now to the 1 hour time frame. Let's see with the trades that we have here currently. Okay. On the 1 hour time frame, we already have a signal that we are gonna reverse. For us to know exactly where the reversal is gonna take us, let me just bring in the see we have the 0.682 zone around here, the 0.382 zone here, which is gonna be around 105.98. So this movement here should at least take us down here, so you can do quick scalp. And the zone that I'm looking at is where we have this liquidity here, and the liquidity is around this golden pocket. You can see this indicator, the Lux Argo indicator, already marked the zones for us. We have these areas here, this area or areas of interest. So if I see Bitcoin around this blue zone, then it means buy. after this huge move, we haven't really seen price come back to retest the structure yet. At least I'll cover half of this vector. Yeah. So I'm looking at this to mean that maybe they might actually come, like, if you want to see a healthy move to the upside, at least price should do something like this. Price should at least make its way down here to an extent, quickly, like come back there, hold, then maybe price can go up, right? Or break the the 1 hour time, sorry, the 50-day moving average on the 1 hour time frame. Now, almost all of these vectors have been recovered, right? Like, I saw this yesterday, and I knew that these vectors are gonna be recovered somehow. Not necessarily all of it, but we still have some of them here that hasn't been recovered, like this one and this one here. So I'm still looking at this, false move to the upside before any retracement. So if we see price continue going up, like doing something like this, let me try and bring it. So if price just move straight up there, just keep your eyes, on this, guys. Oh, we have had multiple rejection here. You see, 1, 2, 3. So we should expect maybe this should be the last candle for the 1 hour time frame that's gonna take us straight down here or up there. So we are in this decision zone, but the decision zone is pointing more downward than upward, because we have seen 1, 2, 3 rejection here. You can see even this indecisive candle here. It's a signal that we are going down for Bitcoin. Okay. Yeah. Now, talking about, let's go to dominance. From dominance, we're gonna go to Ethereum. Let's see where we are with dominance. Wow, dominance is yeah. Wow, guys, this is at 65%. This is showing us that Bitcoin is really, really, really in strength, guys. Wow, wow. You can see dominance was down here. Let me just go to the daily time frame. Let's see. Yeah, this is a normal chart that we had with dominance. You can see, just when we were thinking dominance was gonna break the alpha trend and stay below, dominance is still showing strength, and I think this is playing out to my period analysis. I mentioned to you guys, you can see I already marked this long time ago that we have this vector here on the Bitcoin dominance chart. Until we see Bitcoin go there, like this previous move here, it has to go there. At least the weekly time frame setup is obvious that Bitcoin should dominate until we see Bitcoin around 75-70% dominance. That's when I think we're gonna start seeing altcoins making huge wave to the upside. For now, altcoins are still in danger, so I'm not gonna recommend you buy more. Like, if you already in your altcoin, yeah, just hold the ones you're holding. Don't buy more. It's not good to buy more like now. Just wait to see how this is gonna play out, because we are already here at 65. We might see something happen today to take dominance again, right up to about 70%. Then from there it can take us to 75% or 74%, give or take, before we start seeing this rejection to downside. You can see dominance has been respecting this trend here. I draw this trend right, like you can see right back here. You can see how dominance has been respecting. Each time it deviates from the trend, it gets back in it. You can see now we are seeing the alpha trend. You can see pointing this upward, and whenever we see the alpha trend start forming this, like pointing that this trend want to be pointing to the upside or want to go to the upside, then that's when that the real move is gonna start taking place. So I'm just looking at this now to mean, okay, we should be careful, right, with the altcoins that we are holding currently. I really want you guys to be careful. Trust me. Okay. Now, let's look at Ethereum. Let's see where we are with this bad boy, guys. Ethereum on the weekly time frame doesn't look good. Trust me. Yeah, it doesn't look good. You can see we had this multiple rejection, yeah, around the 50-day moving average on the weekly time frame. Like if you're trading this, if you understood TA, or if you say you like, yeah, you understood TA, then you'd have known that this was gonna be there was gonna be a reversal after seeing price rejecting these zones multiple times. At least price should bounce from the alpha trend. Exactly what happened. Yeah, like I've been looking at this like long time ago, saying that this is gonna happen. I even mentioned to like in my video, my previous live stream, that this was gonna happen. Right, it's high. Like even though most of you might say it's because of the Iraq stuff or the Iran stuff. Like look at it like weeks ago, 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks ago, there has been signs already that price is rejecting. It just price the market makers were just looking at an opportunity, like any news event, to drive price to the downside. And now we are below the 200-day moving average on the weekly time frame, which is bad. We don't want to see price stay below the 200-day moving average, on the weekly time frame. This is bearish, at least for now. But if we see price make its way, at least stay above the 200-day moving average on the weekly time frame, that's gonna be around $2,300. Then it's gonna be good for us. Okay, I love this. Okay, but now looking at where we are at the same time, I would say that we are halfway of this move. We are halfway of this vector candle here. Price have recovered half of this vector, which is good. Okay, now we want to see price on the market makers build the contracts here on Ethereum. Build like move sideways on, at least maybe not for so many weeks, but it can happen. You can see back then we saw Ethereum, like you can see here, they attempt it again, they reject. If you see rejection here around half of this move, then they're gonna take us there. Gonna take us there. Now, dropping down to the daily time frame, I think what we need to see on this time frame is simple, right? Because we can see price is around the low of the week. Looking at this, and also it's around this rejection zone. I marked this zone long time ago, like looking at previous price action. So I had to mark this zone, and I mark it as a rejection zone, to give me some perspective in the future when price get there. And price got there, so this zone should be the zone where you start looking for your buy. Let's say if we see price, the Ethereum price drop more downward, let's say price get more like down, you can start looking to buy again when price flip and stay above that zone, right? Then from there, okay, right? So I'm looking at this to be good, like to be a trade setup, right? Now, let's look at the USDT dominance. Let's see where we are with dominance. Oh boy, guys, this is good, right? Let's begin first with the weekly time frame setup. Let's see where we are right now. Okay, so where we are, guys, is awesome. I love this. Let me just bring in one of my charts here. Let's see. Is this the one? Yeah, this is the one. So you can see, we're gonna see price go. I mean, not like price. I'm talking about dominance. USDT dominance. But if price rejects here, we're gonna go right down back to revisit this 4.4%. But guys, like looking at this right now, I think we still have some. Like I think we're gonna go more up to the upside with the dominance. Short term, we're gonna see it drop maybe a little bit. Let's say it could drop down to, let's say, 4 point or even 5%, right? Maybe today or the other days to come. All right, but I'm looking at this structure to mean that uh, we should see a bounce from here, at least go and attempt this high here. So we are in a pretty scary zone. Trust me. You can see we are in a pretty scary zone, guys. Expect more upside for dominance, USDT dominance, which means more upside, more downside for Bitcoin and crypto, long like short term, based on where we are currently. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. Yeah, this is not good. By the way, my stream is freezing, so I'm not gonna continue the stream. I think I'm gonna I think I've already mentioned all what I wanted to say today. Yeah, I think I've said everything, pretty everything. Um, if you guys have any question, you can always post your question. I'll do my best to respond to you accordingly. You know, but let's just go back to Bitcoin. I want to go back to Bitcoin. Let me see. See where we are right now. Okay, we are at midway Asia. You know, so if we see, like, I think, yeah, this is midway Asia. Yeah, so this is midway Asia, or let's say, oh boy, this is even, wow. Based on this or based on this weekly time frame heat map, we can still go right up to about $108,000. Look at this liquidity here. Wow. Let's look at this on the daily time frame. Let's see. Okay. Okay. So based on what I'm seeing here, guys, we should at least go to about $102,000, or right up to about $104,000 before we can reassess to see what price is gonna do. So let's expect this to happen today. Let's just wait. Like, don't FOMO into trade, like buy or sell. Just like try to see how you can exit now for most of your altcoins that are recovering. Look at the recovery. If say it's recovering half of a vector candle, midway you want to cash out your profit, like sell what you have already. Then you wait to reassess the market when we see Bitcoins go to around $104,000. Because if we look at this chart here, let me bring it to you. This chart is giving us, like, it gave us this you see this point of control here on the, like, this yeah, this point of control, I think, yeah, POC is around $104,000. So from 104,000, let's say 104, give or take $5,000. From there, we can start reassessing the market to see what Bitcoin is gonna do. If we see Bitcoin flip and stay above that point of control, then it means that they want to mark price higher, at least half of this move here to around $106,000. And if you look at the heat map, you're gonna see that we have this right up to about $106,000. You can see around this, yeah, around this zone. So this is good. It's good. So at least now you know what you should expect to happen in the market. You already know now what to expect. So I'm not gonna take much time again, guys. I'm gonna go right now and try to see how I can trade myself, look at some setups, then Yeah. Wish you all the best, guys. All the best. All the best.